Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am Kristen Kindoll.
And I am Lydia Esmer. We're going to read you some poems written by your friends and neighbors. We hope you enjoy them. Our first poem is Spirited by Louise Strang. Sometimes I hear them call my name. The unexpected interruption halts the mild purpose of that moment. From a distance and clearly from the past, reaching forward, obscure images with heads tilted back. Their lifeless breath carries a consonant, and the vowels of my name ride on air. My very breath suspends its flow, prolonging the quiet, longing and listening for more. I move forward through tears, past the precious sting of connection, until I am alone again. Sometimes I hear them call my name.
The Tract by Randy Foster. What bodies lie beneath the growing weeds? What savor, rust, and soil unturned by plow? The tree knows not of old heroic deeds, but only grows in its internal now. The earth turns in its slow diurnal course, uncaring of the battle here once fought. It hides remains of soldiers and of shores, forgetting them without a single thought. So, should this plot remain untouched, always unmarred, unchanged by any human hand, will ghosts of old dead warriors stand on guard and hover and dure a vigil over this land? Or will the march of progress claim this tract before the caring ever deign to act?
The Rampant Floods by VeeraJaR. We had the sixth sense. We knew right from wrong. We had the rules. We laid the boundaries. We hoped to bring civility where everyone finds happiness, where all civilization walks in worthy path of peace. But we now shed tears of sorrow. Be warned of rampant floods.
In Time by Randy Foster. Stone memorials, graven to last forever, fade like memory.
I'll Be Here by Amy Hall. I'll be here when you come home. I've washed your favorite sheets. I'll be here when you come home. I'll make your favorite meats, legs and thighs, and ribs piled high. Our reunion will be sweet. I'll light a fire and warm you up. I'll pour the wine and fill your cup. As your gracious host, with breasts to roast, or perhaps a rump roast, I'll make the finest toast. But until I learn of your return, one lone candle will I burn.
Write a Letter Home by Robert McCurley. Night's black shadows of uncertainty will engulf us soon. Mercifully, we'll be forced to adjourn this foul and endless march and another dreary and desolate encampment. Once again, I'll find a cut of earth to plant my ragged tent. It's been a while. I should write a letter home. My body aches from obeying commands of abusive authority delivered by men intoxicated with the power of war. I need a respite, just a moment to close my eyes and reclaim a shred of sanity stolen from me in the midst of this continual conflict and hardship. Then I'll sit and write a letter home. Suddenly, jarred awake from my unintended slumber and exhaustion by sounds of ravenous men, famished like wild animals in need of a kill, to soothe the gnawing of their empty bellies. I realize my own discomfort and rise to take my fill of beans and bread. When I'm done, I'll write a letter home. Few are the pleasures allowed to quench a soldier's carnal nature, only those garnered from the earth along the way, or secured at trading posts, too few and far between. I think I'll pause, light my pipe, and relish the flavored ritual of an evening smoke. And then I'll write a letter home. Haughty laughter breaks the cold night air, and I wander towards its source. There, in the soft light of a campfire, I find Ben and William, testing fate with kings, queens, and jokers as shadows dance across their countenance. I reckon I'll linger and digress in their foolishness, but only for a spell, for I must write a letter home. Settled in my tent, pen in hand, I listen to the restless shuffling of my weary companions as they try to find sleep amid the demons who roam dark battlefields, reminding us that the sins of war will forever live in our dreams. My mind struggles to harness control of my being. God help me. I need to write a letter home. Blank paper rests by my side as I awaken to the terror, chaos, and shock of an ambush, deftly executed by wild-eyed enemy rogues thirsting for destruction. My pen, lodged loosely in my hand throughout the night, drops silently to the ground. As I frantically scramble to mount a defense, a perplexing memory flashes in my mind. I have to write a letter home. I feel the power of the weapon as it bucks in my hand and spews a screaming ball true to its mark. A lump forms in my throat, and I wonder whose wife I just widowed, whose child I just orphaned. The commander screams, rock me back to my senses, and I realize that something evil is taking control, something of which I must never speak when I write a letter home. Death is a mystery throughout our lives, its essence known only by the Creator. As the hot lead separates my flesh and ribs through my chest, I know that death's secrets will soon be revealed. The meaning of life finally made known. Dying in the dust from which I was formed, I have but one desire unfulfilled. I wish I could write a letter home. Thank you for joining us on Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope to see you again.